Hey everybody. So I just want to make a reaction to yesterday's games and the games the day before in Group F, the European Championships. I'm going to be commenting on Portugal against Austria, France against Switzerland, and Romania versus Albania. And first, starting off with Portugal and Austria. This was a couple days ago. Uh, Boy, did Cristiano Ronaldo have a horrible game or what? He just, no matter what he did, he just could not find the back of the net. He got flagged for offsides a couple of times. I think he hit the post once, and he missed what should have been the game-winning goal for Portugal when they were awarded a penalty in the 80th minute. He just had one of those nights where no matter what you do, you can't get on the score sheet. And I think we can pretty much chalk that up to not so much as being in bad form, but just uh, poor luck. If you look at the game itself between Austria and Portugal, to be honest, other than the chance that Harnik had in the third minute on the beginning stages of the game for Austria, the Austrians looked dreadful throughout the match. Portugal dictated play for pretty much maybe 80 out of those 90 minutes of the game. And Portugal really should have won. The way that they played and the way that they controlled the tempo of the entire fixture. And it was a game that they fully deserved to win. But just like in the game against Austria, um, the soccer gods were not on their side on the night. And unlike other teams in this tournament so far who have not been impressive, like Turkey or in Sweden and Russia and Ukraine, Portugal have looked pretty good. I know a lot of other people share the same opinion as me, but the results that they've been getting in this group so far, 2 points from two draws, has not been reflective of their overall performance over the span of both games against the Icelanders and the Austrians. Um, these were two games that, given the way they played, they should be on 6 points right now. Uh, Austria was incredibly lucky to have picked up a point in that encounter, and they should be on 0 points after two games in the bottom of the group. Um, but it was an unfortunate night for Cristiano. It was a frustrating night for him too. But Portugal, if you look at the form they're in pretty good form. I don't think there was anything objectively wrong with Portugal's performance, or the lineup, or the tactics that Fernando Santos had his team play. You can play well without getting the result that you want to get. And I think this is exactly the case with the Portuguese. Uh, Having said that, I do expect them to get a win against Hungary in 2 days' time. They should, because they're on 2 points now, and they don't want to have to rely on advancing with three draws, 3 points, and as one of the best third place teams. So, you know, I think that they're going to go out, they're going to get the 3 points against Hungary. They should beat Hungary. But it all depends also on how much Cristiano Ronaldo um, allows the results of the first two games and his inability to get on the score sheet to affect him mentally, psychologically. If it hurts his confidence, we could see Portugal suffer again in their last group game. I hope that doesn't happen, but he's had a very frustrating tournament so far, so it could become a self-fulfilling prophecy. But Portugal should beat Hungary. I expect Hungary to just play for a draw because they already have 4 points. They're top of the group. pretty much a draw would seal them through. So they don't have to win this game. They're not going to push forward. They're going to play for a draw. And it's going to be a matter of just Portugal trying to break them down. And I think that they will eventually, even if they win narrowly, like 1-0 or whatever. In the other games yesterday in Group A, the conclusion of Group A, France against Switzerland. Now, depending on who you ask, some people thought the performance against the Swiss was the best that we've seen from France so far. Some people think it was the worst that we've seen so far. I still think France have not been impressive. I'm sorry, but they have not yet scored a single goal in the first half of competitive play in this tournament. And they relied on two added time goals prior against Albania, as well as Romania in the opening game. Here, I'm not surprised to see the Swiss pull a point away from the French. I think Switzerland are a pretty decent team. They were the second best team in this group. They were unlucky not to beat Romania. And I think that, if anything, they should have had a penalty in the 89th minute on account of, I think it was Coman or Conti that dragged one of the Swiss players down in the box by pulling his shirt, and that was waved off by the referee. It was a clear penalty, and had the referee given that, we could be talking about Switzerland on top of Group A, heading into the knockout rounds, playing a third-place team instead of France. But I think it was a result that was well-deserved for both teams. Neither of them really created much of a threat going forward. The Swiss did a good job of neutralizing the amount of chances that France had. And I think a 0-0 result is pretty fair between them. So they both go through, France with 7 points, Switzerland with 5 points. And, yeah, I mean, there's not much else to comment on that. So in Albania and Romania, I was a little bit surprised because I thought Romania was going to win this game. I thought Romania was going to advance as one of the best third-place teams. They put on a really good performance against the French in the opening game, caused them a lot of problems, arguably deserved a draw in that game, if not for the heroics of Dimitri Payet, who, by the way, Dimitri Payet, he's been putting this team on his back for this tournament so far. He's the reason why France won their first 2 games. Anyway, but Albania had more chances, and they capitalized on one of them with a header in the 42nd minute by Sidiku. And lo and behold, it was enough for them to grab the 3 points, to hold Romania at bay, played stout defense, and to surprisingly finish third in this group. I think it is a surprise, actually, that Romania crashed out in last place in Group A, because I thought that there's not much difference in quality between them and Switzerland, and they easily could have beaten the Swiss. So they could have finished second in this group, but instead they ruined a great opportunity to finish with 4 points, and they lost to a team that they should have beaten. That just didn't allow them to come back in the game after the half. And it was Albania celebrating at the end. And Romania is still a better team than Albania, but it doesn't matter who's the better team. It matters the result that you get in those 90 minutes. And credit to Albania, they got the win they needed. And they still have a chance to advance to the round of 16 as one as the best third-placed sides. And, well, they're going to be up against it because they have 3 points, but they have a negative goal differential, I believe, of -2. And already we see Slovakia from Group B, who finished in third place today with 4 points. So Slovakia is already ahead of Albania. Albania can't really afford many more third-place teams finishing with a better record than them. Otherwise, they're going to be out. And to be honest, looking at the matches ahead and looking at other group standings between Group C all the way through F, it's not looking good for Albania anyway. So I think Albania is probably going to go out. They're not going to be one of the 4 best third-place teams. Um, they'll probably just barely miss it on goal difference. But, you know, it's whatever. So, I mean, it was a little bit of a shocker between Albania and Romania. Very disappointing exit for the Romanians. I thought they had a lot of potential going into this tournament as with one of the best defensive records in qualifying, um, but they didn't take their chances, and that's what happens. So that's it for my reactions for uh, the Cristiano Ronaldo's frustrations, as well as yesterday's conclusive Group A games. I'll give my opinions on today's results in Group B tomorrow. And yeah, let me know what you think below. Uh, so like, comment, subscribe, provide some feedback. What's your opinion? Any surprises? And I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.